What's up, gamers, and welcome back for more WotC-20. Today's matchup is ZapChu versus TYPHLOSION EGGSPLOSION. If you have no idea what that is, it is a e-reader executor with explosion, usually generating energy off of TYPHLOSION with heat up, also an e-reader card, so we'll get more into the details later. First turn, it's going to be an attach to that Black Star promo EV in the active with a lightning energy and rolling for bite. Looks like it is good on the Cleffa. Could have also playful pumped with Elekid there to the same effect. 2 Cleffa down for TYPHLOSION. Rotates those Cleffas, keeps the active one healthy, and attaches a fire energy for turn. And will it be straight to Eek? Based on the hand, it looks like it. Attaches a focus band to that Cleffa, and then Eeks. So that's what they were thinking about, I guess. See a Raichu in hand for Black Star promo EV's side. ZapChu uses Zapdos and Raichu as primary attackers. We'll see a comp search here. 2 cards will go into the bin. Discarding 2 energy, 1 warp, 1 lightning to grab a trader. Trader will send Raichu back in to go and grab a Jolteon. Auto-evolve that Eevee. So not evolving with chain reaction as we normally see, but instead natural evolving. And pressing aggro on the opponent with ZapChu's side. 2 Cleffa holding down the fort at the moment for TYPHLOSION's side. Alright, quick attack attempted. Looks like it was a Tails on the baby rule. 2 lightning energy on that Jolteon right now. And a comp search of their own coming in on Exeggutor's side. That jungle Jolteon has 70 HP in the active, 1 attach away from being able to use Pin Missile, which is a coin flipping bonanza attack. Alright, here's the comp search. Tossing a Pokemon center and a fire energy. Good deck peep here. See a Wooper Splash attack. See what they're looking for. Alright, Pokemon Fan Club it will be, grabbing that Wooper. And there is the first execute. That Wooper being grabbed for the lightning resistance, assumedly. Very good at shutting down Rocket Zapdos in format. And attached for turn on ZapChu's side, going straight for the Pin Missile, hitting Tails on the baby rule while the opponent eeks. It's going to be tough to come back from. Can definitely spiral out of control. Quapolis Execute sitting on the other side, being a Psychic type, is kind of funny since it evolves into a Grass type Exeggutor. Usually you see that Exeggutor, which is also from Aquapolis, used for Called Shot. This deck wants to abuse Super Explosion, so we'll talk about it when we get there. Bit more setup required to get to the Exeggutor attacking line. Another comp search, another Pokemon Center, and a Cleffa to the bin. And there is the first Exeggutor of the match coming down. 80 HP, Quagsire found, along with a Cyndaquil. Neogenesis Cyndaquil, but it is the one with 50 HP, not 40, and it gets an attach for turn. And back to Cleffa with an Eek. ZapChu's side, not taking as much time to get set up, going straight for the pin missile, and hits the heads on the baby rule. So now it's going to be 4 coin flips, 20 for each. Needs 2 out of 4 to get this knockout, and then check focus band. Looks like it will be 40. Focus band needs to be rolled now. Is it a heads or a tails? It's a heads. Focus band will save the Cleffa, keep it at 20 HP. Prize denied. Prizes stay 6 to 6. Now, worth noting, the Quagsire coming down no longer has that lightning resist like other Quagsires in format, but it does have 80 HP and a pretty hilarious attack and slam for 4 colorless, so very splashable. 2 flips, 50 per head. Can get silly with the damage on that. Another Cyndaquil joins the bench. Cleffa will free retreat out. I must have missed a Pokemon Center earlier for the Cleffa on the bench that had 20. E-Reader Quilava joins the fray, evolving the active with a DCE. And it looks like Super Singe was used, not Tackle. Attempting to burn that Jolteon, which is not a free retreater, but it only dealt 20. So no burn. Only 2 conditional burns, unconditional burns in format that aren't TM related. I think the attacks are on Slugma. And that is a massive Pin Missile. Pin Missile dealt 60. So that was 3 out of 4 heads with the Pin Missile. Not enough to knock out Quilava. It does have 70 HP. Jolteon itself also on that same 70 HP deal. Alright, Quilava will naturally retreat. Put Exeggutor in the active. Recycle energy. Are we going to see a Super Explosion already? It appears so. It's going to go and grab all of the energy on board. My goodness. Needs to hit 2 heads with Super Explosion. Super Explosion lets you discard any energy attached to any of your Pokemon. Flip a coin for each. Each heads will deal 40. Hits a single heads out of the 4. Both recycles will go to hand. The DCE and the fire will go to the bin. DCE only counts as 1 in this case. So Jolteon survives, 60 out of 70 on it. And with no Typhlosion set up, all of a sudden there is no energy on Exeggutor's side. So live by the RNG, die by the RNG. Pikachu joins the bench. Blackstar Promo Eevee joins the bench. 2 Energy Stadiums in hand along with an Oak. There is an ER in hand, but no energy to target it with. Energy Stadium will be... Looks like it was a heads. That's a tough die to read. And then Oak, I think. No, not yet. Gonna hold the Oak. No need to go faster here. Gonna go for the Pin Missile. Could get the knockout. I see at least 2 tails though, so that will not be a knockout. Pin Missile for 20 only. Alright, I do see the first Typhlosion in hand. It is notably Expedition Typhlosion. Some Typhlosion engines use Neogenesis, some use Expedition. They're very different though. Expedition allows you to count the number of energy cards attached to all of your Pokemon and all of the opponents. If the opponent has more on their side of the board, you can search your deck for a fire energy card and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon, if any. So that's a way to power Super Explosion. Alright, so we saw the heat up. Super Explosion for 2, 1 natural attach with Recycle. Needs to hit a single heads, hits both. Swingy attack, takes a knockout, gets a lot of energy off the board, jolting onto the bin. The first prize goes to Executor. Looks like it was a Tails on the Energy Stadium. Could play the other one down to get a reroll on it. And Playful Punch attempted, it looked like there. But it is a Tails. So nothing from Playful Punch. Jungle Pikachu in the active does have 50 HP, so Super Explosion would have to hit 2 heads. Worth noting, one more attach and Spark could target down that Clef on the bench. Energy Stadium helping out the opponent here, gets a Fire Energy back into the hand. Looks like a Heat Up is being used. Recycle for turn, so it looks like Explosion for 2 again. Gotta hit both heads to knock out this Pikachu. Hits 1 heads. Fire to the bin, recycle to hand. Energy Stadium attempted. Finally hits it. This enables Spark, so we could see the first prize taken here for ZapChu's side. Alright, passing up on the prize. So dealing 20 with Spark to the active Executor, 40 out of 80 there, and dealing 10 to the Typhlosion, trying to target down the engine of the deck, leaving the Cleffa around. Energy Stadium rolls, die goes flying. Keep in mind Typhlosion has 100 HP, so 30 remaining on that. Heat Up pulling a lot of energy out. Not a lot of energy left in the deck in general. Super Explosion for 2 again. Needs 1 heads to knock out the Pikachu. And it is the 1 heads needed. Second prize of the match goes to Executor. Elekid comes active. Turns pass to ZapChu. Comp Search found, fairly big hand. Those ERs aren't doing much in this matchup. Could toss them. Alright, Stadium and Trader getting discarded with that Comp Search. Would have liked to see the ERs go instead. Cleffa found off that Computer Search. I don't think there's any fan clubs in deck. Energy Stadium flip looked like it was a Tails. Playful Punch, looks like that was also a Tails. Not for nothing, at least I can read the dice on Executor's side. Energy Stadium, it's good. Putting that energy back into hand is a big deal here. Pokemon Center in hand as well. Lots of Pokemon Centers in that deck, like a ton. Could use it. Evolves a Quillava. Recycle energy, so still waiting to use the Pokemon Center. Hit Tails on the baby roll. Opted not to heat up. Couldn't really because the opponent had no energy. And Cleffa will come in here. Looks like we're going to see an Eek. Energy Stadium first. It's a Tails. And we'll see what this Eek can go and grab for ZapChu's side. Really needs to get some energy on board and get back attacking. Recycle energy for turn to Quilava. Super Explosion attempted. Rolls for the baby roll. It's a heads. Only needs to discard one. But we'll discard, looks like both of those recycle energies. So they get 2 shots at this. Rolling for 2 on the Cleffa. Favoring odds. Both tails. That's a big deal. ZapChu gets a break here. Both recycles go to hand. Pikachu joins the bench. You can see Raichu in hand waiting for later. Plenty of lightning energy in hand now, and a Zapdos from Fossil also found. Pokemon Center in hand is too bad though, because the earlier prize passed up on with that Cleffa with 2 damage counters on it could be erased. Heads on the Energy Stadium, gets that in hand. Now attaches need to start happening. Doubling down on the Jolteon might not be the worst thing. Looks like that was a playful punch for a Tails, trying to mark a damage on that Exeggutor. Alright, Town V coming down. Gonna go and grab what I assume will be a bunch of energy. Yep, all the fire they can find in one Cleffa. Have to take 5, can't take fewer. Those will get thrown back into the deck. That will enable more favorable heat up. So that heat up has targets. It will be heat up for 1 onto Quilava. Recycle for turn to the active, and Super Explosion again. Gotta get through the baby roll first. They do. Discarding 2. Needs to avoid double tails again. Succeeds in doing that. Hits a knockout on the Cleffa, prizing now 6-3. What will ZapChu do? Attach for turn to the Jolteon. Tough dangling all that energy. Raichu comes down. Pikachu evolving. Still no targets for ER. You have energy and a switch in hand. Gonna go for quick attack, it looks like. Not able to get a knockout here. So Exeggutor goes to 70 out of 80. That at least allows Elekid to clean up in case this Jolteon gets cracked. Would not be impossible for Exeggutor to hit 80. And there is the Pokemon Center, so all the damage gets taken off board. On Exeggutor's side, because there's no energy gets discarded. Pretty good healing. Now seeing a comp search. Exeggutor does have a massive hand, so puts 2 energy in the bin. Kind of surprised to see the energy go to the bin, because you want your heat up targets, but they really wanted to get that Typhlosion out. Double heat up, that'll get 2 fire out of the deck. Putting a recycle into the bin also seemed like a choice. Abusing recycle had kind of been a big deal all game, but I guess they have more of them. They don't need all of them, I guess. Recycle for turn to the active. Super Explosion for 3. Just needs 2 heads for the knockout. And it's 2 heads, so just enough. A lot of energy goes to the bin again. Elekid can no longer play cleanup. It is not looking good for ZapChu. 2 prizes remain for Exeggutor. Attach for turn to Raichu. It looks like we're going to roll for Playful Punch. Nope, just kidding. That was for Energy Stadium. Plenty of energy in hand at least. Now rolling for Playful Punch. Looks like that was a Tails. Draw for turn. You hate to top deck a Fire Energy when you're trying to use Heat Up, but the opponent only has 1 attach on their board, so you're only going to be able to heat up for 1 here. Quick bin check. Massive hand. Absolutely massive hand for Exeggutor. It's practically half the deck. Another Town V would put more fire into the deck for heat up later. There's the Town V, so I expect to see a bunch of fire. Only has 4 targets for that Town V, so I guess discarding the fire earlier, not a huge deal, but accelerating it into the bin when Explosion will do that anyway. Seems aggressive. Alright, heat up for 1. I assume we'll see Recycle for turn to active. Rolling for the Baby Rule. It's a Tails. Turns pass back. Attach for turn to Raichu. Slowly getting there. Energy Stadium. Tails. Nope, that was a heads. Sorry, couldn't read the die. Fossil Raichu, 2 attaches away from being able to use Giga Shock, which deals 30 to the active, and then you can pick 3 of the opponent's bench Pokemon and deal 10 to each of them. And a Copycat. That's huge. That's a big Copycat. That is one of the bigger Copycats you'll see. Black Star Promo Eevee joins the bench. Massive hand. Absolutely massive. Cleffa joins the bench. Might as well use ER now. You know that energy's getting taken off the board anyway. Fire goes to the bin. That'll help. Alright, Tails for Exeggutor. Oh, just kidding. That was finally a heads on the Playful Punch. Apologies. Each turn has been Energy Stadium and Playful Punch, followed by Super Explosion and Heat Up, or whatever the ordering. Very, very similar turns. Recycle for turn. Super Explosion, Baby Rule first. It's a Tails. Turns pass back. Eevee evolves into Jolteon. Attach for turn to the Cleffa, it looked like there. And an Eek. But the hand was so big. Can't heat up here. Both sides have 3 attaches. Retreating, okay. Got tired of exploding. Recycle goes to hand, Quagsire comes up. Is there a DCE in hand? Yes, there is, so you don't need to discard if you can just use Slam. Gotta hit through the baby rule, of course, and they do. 2 flips here for Slam, just needs 1 heads. Looks like they'll take that tails. Looks like it was double tails. So Cleffa hanging in strong, still 2 prizes needed for Explosion to take it here. 3 attaches now to the Raichu, so get in there. Energy Stadium. Thinking hard. Looks like that was for Playful Punch. Okay, Playful Punch deals 20 to Quagsire, has 80 HP. Heat up for 1. Can't heat up a second time because of energy parity. Attaches for turn naturally to Typhlosion. Now attempting Slam. It's a Tails on the Baby rule, good lord. And attach for turn to the Raichu. We are now powered up. And even better, Raichu's got 90 HP. So trades favorably with Explosion. Is not resisted by Quagsire. Looks like it'll come on in. Tails on the Energy Stadium, by the way. Strength Charm onto the Raichu. Quagsire has 20 HP remaining on it, which is notable for Elekid. And putting 10 on each Cleffa, and also 10 on the Exeggutor, which is now up to 30. So 50 HP remaining on Exeggutor. Can't whiff on the Slam this turn. Could always retreat and super explode, but the math isn't favorable with Raichu at 90. I think you gotta go for the Slam here. Tough spot. Going to retreat instead. Retreat costed 2. Will we be super exploding? Wants to continue the prize denial, I guess. Putting Quag on the bench. Could attach for turn still, I believe. Can heat up for 1. I wouldn't discount Typhlosion as an attacker either. Super Singe deals 50, flips to burn, it's not bad at all. Attach for turn will be recycled to the active. Looks like we're gonna super explode. I would just wipe the entire board, yeah, why not? Why not? Flip 6 coins. Deal 40 for each. You still gotta hit 3 heads to take out the Raichu. Let's see. Yep, looks like it's enough. There a die missing? Is that 5 or 6? I think they forgot one of the dice. Doesn't matter. I am only slightly confused. 1 prize remaining for Exeggutor. Energy Stadium is good. Gotta power up all over again. Playful Punch attempted. Did not attach for turn? Maybe they did and I missed it. Regardless, Playful Punch hit. That's a big deal. 30 HP remaining on Exeggutor. Hypothetically, Jolteon could quick attack into a KO there. That would kind of be a big deal for evening things out. Heads on the baby rule, rolling for Explosion. It's a Tails though, that would have been game. Attach return to the Jolteon. I would bring that up and try to quick attack for the KO. And they will. It's worth it. Needs to hit heads. Energy Stadium first. The value. It's unstoppable. Quick attack. They hit it. That's a good KO. First prize of the match for ZapChu. Is it too late though? Lots of damage on the board. The Clefas are in danger, the Quagsire's in danger, the Typhlosions are both at 0 attaches. Don't say never. God, that's a huge hand. Another Town V, it makes sense. Gotta be able to heat up reliably. 5 fires in, we're gonna see 2 come right back out, I'm sure. Unless there's a DCE in hand though, you won't be able to attack with Quagsire. Not yet. And then a big disaster is whiffing on Slam and getting knocked out in retaliation. That would be a game state. Looks like there is DCE in hand from what I saw of that half a deck. Alright, we're gonna be able to slam here. What's it gonna be? It's Double Tails! Oh no. Attach return to the active enables Pin Missile. Jolteon can Pin Missile here. Needs a single heads for the knockout out of 4 flips. They're gonna go for it. I assume they're gonna Energy Stadium first. Nope, we're too excited. Everyone's forgot. Was that 0? No! Jeez. That's about right for this format. There's a lot of flips between the baby rules and some of these attacks. Classic. Heat up for 1, can't heat up again because 4 energy attaches each side at the moment. Natural attach return to the Typhlosion. Going for Slam. What will it be? It is 1 heads. Jolteon at 40 out of 70 just needs to hit a single Pin Missile flip here. Attach return to the bench Zapdos. Energy Stadium. It's good. Infinite value continues. Pin Missile needs 1 heads. There it is. Second prize of the match for ZapChu, but is it too late with Typhlosions getting online? You can heat up for an extra 2. Yeah, you can heat up for game here, as far as I can tell. Natural attach return in the hand as well. Wooper joins the bench. How much energy in the deck? Yeah, you can do it. That should be game. There's 2. They're going to Wooper! Oh my goodness. Recycle for turn to the Typhlosion. Wooper coming in because it resists the Jolteon. Rolling for a slam, I assume. Double tails. Wooper's slam is 2 colorless for 2 flips, 20 per heads, by the way. Attach for turn to Zapdos. Energy Stadium's good. I mean, 4 heads and Wooper's knocked out through the resistance. Yeah, that's not it though. Cool. Great. Alright, are we good now? Gonna retreat the Wooper, gonna bring in the Typhlosion. There it is, Super Singe for game. We got there. Back and forth, so much exploding, so much pin missiles, so many flips. Very WotC-20. For more WotC-20, comment, like, and sub. We will catch you next time.